So I just thought of a better way to explain what I was trying to say. So imagine you put on a VR headset, yeah? You know, I always say that there's no separation between you and everything else, and you are consciousness and you are everything and everything is you. Two sides of the same coin, right? Now, when you're playing a video game, yeah? Let's imagine a video game, you put on a VR headset, bosh, you're in the video game, yeah? Now you see from your eyes are looking at a screen. Yeah, your eyes are looking at a screen because the VR set has a screen in it. Okay, for simplicity purposes, let's say it's a normal TV video game. So you've connected it to a TV. So I connect up Super Mario Brothers, yeah? For simplicity's sake, everyone knows what that game is, right? And I go into the game and I start to play Super Mario Brothers as myself, yeah, as me, as myself. But obviously I can name the character, but ultimately it's Mario. That's the name of the character in the game. So the character is John, Peter, Wilfred, whatever you want to call him, yeah, that's the character. So you've gone in there and you're playing the game. Now the bad guys in the game, the good guys in the game, the trees in the game, the floor in the game, the sky in the game, the trees, the moon, the stars, the sun, the ghosts, the pipes, the buildings, the aeroplanes, the fish, the absolute everything, right, is inseparable from Mario. Mario is part of the construct. Mario is part of the reality. So if Mario says, hey, listen, my name is like Mario, and nah, I'm a Italian plumber, and yeah, the people over there, I don't really like them, or I think I'm better than everybody in this game, or I'm so this, or I'm so handsome, or I'm so cool, look at how high I can jump, look at my clothes, look at my this, look at my that. Mario is operating from separation consciousness. Mario is operating from ego. Do you get it? Because Mario is now convinced himself that he's not part of the reality. He's convinced himself that he is separate from the reality. So then if Mario keeps going on making decisions that feed that part of himself, right? Mario is not in alignment with me, consciousness playing him. But if Mario was to relax and not take himself seriously and realize that, hey, listen, look, I was in the complete blackness, yes, darkness, blackness, yeah, nothingness. When the video game was off, it was nothingness. There was nothing happening. Blackness, the void, yeah. Then suddenly, somehow, he became self-aware. The game just switched on one day, right? And then things just happened. So, you know, he's obviously being animated. Something jumps him, then he jumps. Something tells him to, you know, this, then he does that. Something does tell him to do this, then he does that. Something does this, then he does that. All the rest of it, yeah? His hair grows by itself, and his body, like, things just happen, yeah? He makes some decisions that he didn't even know, but then somehow they're beneficial to him, and blah, 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 right? So Mario, when he's being played in alignment with consciousness, actually doesn't have any free will. Because consciousness is playing him. So all the decisions are made by consciousness, right? So if Mario is locked in with consciousness, he will be literally in communication with the consciousness playing him and be making his decisions from that point. He will not be making the decisions, but the decisions will be easier, rather than having resistance between him Mario and consciousness. Do you get it? But when Mario sees, it's like, yeah, I'm Mario and I'm living here, and then and he's trying to make all these decisions. He's trying to make these decisions, right? And life is just fucking smacking him left, right, and center. Things is going up. He doesn't get it because obviously you're in a game, and the game has challenges. I've discussed this in my other video where the game has challenges, it has rules, and it has parameters, right? So naturally, you're gonna come up against challenges anyway. But now it's worse because he can't even figure out what he's doing because he feels like he's separate from this whole thing, and he feels like he's the one that's driving it. But he's not. He literally is not. He's literally not driving it. And Mario, in fact, is living in the world of the mind. Because Mario is only having a conversation with his mind. Mario is not communicating with me, the game player. He's not communicating with the people, the other characters in the game, because he feels he's separate. And in his mind, he's constructed a narrative, a story, right? About his importance, his existence, and all the rest of it, and he's living it. Not realizing that he's actually being animated by consciousness, and consciousness is the control of the whole thing. And that's why birds know how to fly, and that's why fish know how to swim. That's how, you know, all these animals have their instincts. You as a character also have instincts, and you just know how to do human shit. You just know how to do certain things. You just know how to do it. Right? Resistance is futile, man. Because if you try and go against consciousness in the game, consciousness will literally just delete your character and play as something else, because consciousness is here for the experience. Consciousness does not give a single fuck about you. Let me tell you that clearly so you understand it. Consciousness, the spark of life within you, does not give a fuck about you, your name, your age, your race, your bank account, your fucking wife, your girlfriend, your house. It doesn't care. It's not even real, because it's in the game. It's not like, do you see what I'm saying? All these attachments and things that people value so much are all things within the game. It's like Mario saying, oh, look at my house, and actually, do you know what? There's this new game my sons play, it's called Minecraft, where they build houses and all this other shit in this fake world, right? So it's like, yeah, I've got a house, and I've got this, and I've got that, and now imagine being attached to that house, and being attached to your friends in that world, and being attached to your job, or your car, or your fucking girlfriend, or your age, or your clothes, or your race, or any of that kind of bullshit. But you're the one that's playing the game. What are you really attached to? Nothing. Nothing. You give it all. You created the whole world. You created all of it. It's your experience, man. And if you try and go against consciousness, right, i.e. the player of the game, and you're like, nah, you know, because you have a mind, right? So you try to go against it, you're like, I'm gonna go. It'll literally, consciousness will literally just get rid of you, and you start again. It'll go and play the character. It'll play another character, and then your ego and your whole body just collapses into nothingness again. Just respawn as somebody else or something else. Literally, energy can't be killed anyway. It just changes shape, form, right? Do you understand? You need to let go of all those attachments. You need to even let go of the attachment or the narrative called you. You need to let go of it, bruv. How you speak, how you do, all this stuff. Bro, drop it all, man. You're not important than any other person in the game. because it's a game. Like, these are just stories that you told yourself, convinced yourself, and hold on to. That's it. You know? And you come across people that will steer you in certain directions or stuff like that, because it's all part of the game. Because maybe when you play the game and you're completely off track, at some point a character will come, like in Zelda or something like that, and tell you, no, you're going the wrong way. Or the screen of space, the reality, the screen will tell you, hey, you're going the wrong way, just like in any video game. And you know what, how people say the only way out is within? Literally, that's the whole crux of the whole thing. Like, why fear death? You were dead before, like, you weren't alive before the game started. You weren't, like, what? I think it was Alan Watts. He said it in one of his lectures. He said, what would it be like going to sleep and never waking up? You know? And I know the ego mind in your brain is telling you, oh, but my friends and my family, yeah, but all those things are part of the construct. Bro, when you die, there's literally, alright, when you die in the game, yeah, there's literally nothing you can do about anything you've left behind. Nothing. Nothing. So why worry about it? There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. And we can't control when we die, right? Mario can't control when he dies. Yes, he can kill himself if he wanted to, by jumping into a ditch or something, right? But if you play the game from the consciousness standpoint, not listening to the mind, not listening to the ego, not listening to any of that crap, and playing the game as well as he could, he could just be walking down, and then a fucking dart could just strike him from somewhere, and then that could be it. That's it. So why worry about something you can't control? You can't control it, bro. You are separate from the whole thing, bro. And that's why I've got a video saying, you're not even here. You're not even here. You're not even here. Like, do you really think you're here? Do you really think, like Morpheus said, do you really think that's air you're breathing? Do you really think it is the sky you're seeing? The real sky? Do you really think it's like the ground you're standing on? Do you really believe that? You can bet your life on it. Come on, man. When you're in a dream, and then, like, imagine you're in a dream, right? And I show up in your dream and I say, do you think that's air you're breathing? Do you think that's the sky you're seeing? Blah, 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 blah. In the dream, you tell me, of course, yeah. Fuck yeah, I'll bet my life on it. But you wake up and you realize, oh shit, that was fucking crazy, bro. And you're doing the same thing here and you think it's any different. I don't know what dreams are. I don't know what dreams are. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. But I know that dreams can be sort of like remnants of other lives that you've played. Or it could be consciousness going into other dimensions, or it could be projections from the mind of the character. I don't know. But sometimes it can be profound. Sometimes it can have messages about the future and stuff like this. I've had them myself. Like when my granddad passed away, I saw it before it happened. I had a dream, a full dream about it. Right? So it's hard to say. I don't know which one of the three possibilities it is. But this place is not what you think it is. But ultimately, I think what I'm trying to say, or what I've been trying to say, is you need to disconnect and not be attached to this world. Because this world is not the real world. And I know even in the Bible it says it, even in the Quran it says it, even in all the spiritual texts it says it. And all these spiritual texts, they have a lot of truth in them. You just need to know how to dig it out. You just need to know how to figure it out. You know? You need to cast it all away. It's harder for a camel to get to the kingdom of heaven, i.e., the kingdom outside of this game. It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to go to the kingdom of heaven, which is basically to be identified with the true self. And I don't think it's a Bible mistranslation. I don't think it's rich as in terms of, but I think it's somebody that is tied to the material world, you know, tied to the gold coins, tied to the money, the paper money, all of it, yeah, tied to it, because that person is tied to this reality. So obviously he can't go into he can't transcend that kingdom. He can't leave that place to come into the world, the real world, the kingdom of heaven, which is in the mind, not in the mind, but like through the, I don't know how the mechanics of it, but for him to, or her to be able to be one with his higher self, the true consciousness that's animating his body, because he doesn't see the world that way. He can't, physically can't. And I used to be like that. I used to just look, yeah, I've got this, and I was tied to all those things, you know, my this, my that, my this, my that, my this, my that. You know. And don't get me wrong, I've done well for myself. I'm doing well for myself, but I don't look, those things they don't really mean anything to me. Like I genuinely, they don't actually mean anything to me. And I've realized that it's like, it's all a state of mind, you know. Even money, and you know, oh, I need money to, bro, like, you don't need money at all. Like, if you really lock in with consciousness, you don't actually need to lift a finger. Everything will be given to you. Everything you want times it will be given to you. Not only given to you, but given to you in the most perfect way, in the most abundant way, in the best way possible. You couldn't even fathom that way. Like, if I told you to fathom how you're gonna get to that place, and I give you 1,000 years, you won't be able to do it. But consciousness can. Because we are limited by these four walls, yeah? Which is this reality, which has been put all around us. Whereas consciousness is not. Consciousness is outside of this game. But he's also inside the game, because he's animating the character, the avatar. Anyway, that's how I see it.